Okay, so what's the worst car wash invention ever? Island Vacs, the worst invention ever, and we're going to talk about it. So let's go through a scenario. First of all, let's discuss again. What's the number one demographic you're going after? I would say moms and a 25 to 75-year-old female. Okay, so she goes to your car wash, your in-bay automatic, or even your older tunnel. She pulls in her giant SUV. And what feelings are your Island Vacs going to present to her? What feelings are they going to give her? What feelings are her experience with the Island Vac going to give her? So here's the scenario. She's at the Island Vac. She pulls up to one side and she needs to vacuum out her car, okay, her giant SUV. So first of all, she gets out and she bumps the door on it, puts a ding in her door. She's already angry. Then she grabs the vac, gets one side of the car. Well, how's she going to get the other side of the car? So here are her two options. Option one is that she drags the dirty, germy car. Does she want her kids sick? No, because who has to deal with the sick kids? She does. Did you think about that? Probably not. But she can drag it through, get germs all over the car, get grease, grime, grit, all the nastiness that's on that vacuum hose through the car. Then she scratches the shiny black plastic that's in these vehicles. It's just a total loser situation. So that's option A. Option B, she gets back in her car. She starts the car, puts in reverse. The seatbelt chime is screaming because she didn't put her seatbelt on. She puts her seatbelt on. She's distracted. She tries to back out a little bit and she catches the front bumper cover on the Ballard, scratches that or rips it off. And those are the two scenarios. That's all you have to offer on an Island Vac. It's the dumbest invention ever in the car wash business. Have a dumber invention? Put it in the comment. I doubt you can come up with one. The experience is absolutely terrible, and that experience reflects your business. You've created unneeded stress in her life. Why would she ever want to come back to your wash? Now let's compare this to boom vacs, modern drops that have a drop on each side, even if it's toward the front of the car, right beside the car. Modern vacs, she goes in, she opens all the doors, she goes on one side, vacuums it out, the other side vacuums it out, and she's done. Why is this a big deal? Well, let me tell you why it's a big deal. Part of the reason monthly plans work so well is habit-forming loops. Part of the reason habit-forming loops work so well, subconscious. Subconscious, let's say, everybody say it together, is 90% of your decision-making, minimum. That's why you're here at Subconscious Sales, right? Do you know how important vacuums are for the subconscious, for the habits? When we're busy all day, if we can accomplish one thing, you, me, anybody, I have to do these videos. I have all this consulting stuff I have to follow up with, and I got phone calls all day today trying to shoot these videos. I cannot get off the phone. Have to do accounting. That's probably the worst invention ever. We all have a lot going on. When we can accomplish something that changes the brain chemistry, even if it's small. So mom's stressed out. She has to work. She has the kids or dad, whatever. Accomplishment, just vacuuming out the car, increases serotonin levels, dopamine, probably the most important in this specific situation, endorphins, oxytocin. It increases all those chemicals in the mind, in the brain. And if you understood those chemicals, specifically in this instance, dopamine and some serotonin, that creates habit-forming patterns because we want those chemicals. Those chemicals have a lot to do with drive and satisfaction. Accomplishment increases those chemicals. What does frustration create? Probably cortisol for the most part. And also in that frustration situation of Island Vacs, it's actually decreasing dopamine and serotonin levels. You may be thinking I'm crazy, talking about all this brain chemistry just having to do with vacuums, but it matters. You're wondering why the big giant box store tunnel down the street that doesn't get the cars clean, scratches the cars, the people are lazy, and they're still somewhat successful, and you're wondering why your car wash isn't successful and the numbers are dropping. It could be simply because mom or dad have busy days. All of us have busy days, and it's just easier to get in and out of the vacuums. And the chemistry involved in that creates the habit. And they want to go back. They subconsciously, the brain chemistry pulls them back to that wash and away from yours, simply because you wouldn't upgrade your vacuum. There's a lot of things you can focus on in your business and your car washing. I'm going to have a whole video on this. And you might focus on all these things that you think is important. And then there's certain things that the big box stores, the big private equity washes get right. Vacuums is one of them. And if a lot of little things at your washer are this big that you're getting right and they're not getting right, but they're getting the one thing right that's this big, okay? Make it easier on your customers. Create an atmosphere where they want to come back. Listen to people and relatives and family members of why they go to the other wash. They probably don't want to tell you, especially if you're a type A personality. You need to learn how to tone yourself down and get good data from people. They'll tell you if you're good at getting good data and asking the 5 whys from Toyota. Video for another time. Okay, that's all I have for today for this drive-by. If you have Island Vacs, you need to rip those things out and put some Boom Vacs in. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fancy stuff. Talk to you soon. Getting the plague, grease, dirt, and grime in your car, or an accomplishment type experience where you want to come back.